It's news time. Information is power. The current, the news headline. Ohanaze reacts to Buhari's dismissal of plea for Nnamdi Kanu's release. The news in full. The President, Muhammadu Buhari, has dismissed the plea for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, says he cannot release Nnamdi Kanu. The Ohanaze Indigbo, an apex Igbo sociocultural group in Nigeria, plans to have a meeting following President Muhammadu Buhari's declaration that he will not facilitate the release of the leader of the banned indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. It was reported that Ohanaze insisted on a political solution to Kanu's issue. It would be recalled that Igbo leaders, under the aegis of highly respected Igbo greats, had appealed to Buhari to ensure the release of Nnamdi Kanu. This was during their visit to the West African nation's leader in Aso Rock last November. At the time, Buhari told the Igbo leaders that he will consider their request, although it was a tough demand. However, an interview with Channels TV, which was aired on Wednesday, the president dismissed their plea, saying he would not interfere with the judiciary. Now, it was reported that Ohanaze Indigbo are meeting very soon over their latest developments, and Ohanaze spokesperson Chief Alex Ogbonaya stated this while reacting to the president's interview on political solution in releasing Kanu. Ogbonaya said that Ohanaze's position is very clear and constant, saying that they have looked at the whole scenario and they are convinced that Nnamdi Kanu's case and IPOB can only be solved through a political solution, saying that it is unfortunate that the presidency or the president hasn't appreciated the Ohanaze position and by extension the Igbo position or the Igbo leadership position on the matter, saying that they are very confident that by the time they will meet him early this year, he will understand it more. Kanu is a controversial Nigerian separatist leader based abroad. He is also a British citizen. After his rearrest in Kenya and subsequent transfer to the custody of the Department of State Services DSS in Nigeria, he is charged with treason. His trial has therefore been fixed for January 18, 2022 in Abuja.
The Buhari-led administration keeps making records in the arming of the Nigerian military, and coming just a few months after it supplied quite a number of mine-resistant ambush-protected MRAP vehicles to the Nigerian army, the Buhari-led administration has recently made another history by supplying another set of CS-VP3 Bigfoot MRAP multipurpose armored vehicles to them so as to enhance their conquest of insurgents and other violent criminal groups. The new military hardware were supplied on the 19th of November 2021 and have since been inducted into the Nigerian Army Ordnance, after which they were deployed for combat operations against insurgents in the northeast as well as against bandits in the other parts of the country. With these continuous military supplies by Buhari administration, it has become essential to point out that the administration has made Nigerian history about being the best in equipping and arming the country's soldiers, which is an essential element in motivating the troops to serve the nation with all their hearts. The new artillery guns for Nigerian army to equip and re-energize the military establishment for optimum performance in securing the territorial integrity of the country. President Muhammadu Buhari administration has brought a new set of artillery guns for the Nigerian army, and the new artillery guns were inducted into the armory of the Nigerian army on the 19th of December 2020 at the headquarters of the Nigerian Army School of Artillery, NASA, in Kakia, Kaduna State, after which they were deployed against insurgents and other violent groups in the part of the country. Overall, it is a very patriotic step taken by the Buhari administration in equipping and modernizing the Nigerian military establishment that has suffered long neglect from the previous administration.
Out-of-school children figure is witnessing a massive rise of orphans everywhere. We can't travel in peace. The economy is crumbling. People are burnt while traveling. The protesters marched from Audu Bako Secretariat to the Kanu government house, where security operatives received the group of protesters, listened to them and promised to take the matter further to the appropriate quarters. Meanwhile, following the recent spike in terror attacks in Sokoto and Katsina states, President Muhammadu Buhari has dispatched a high-level delegation made up of heads of national intelligence and security services to the two states. According to a statement by the President's Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, on Friday, Buhari expects the delegation to present an immediate situation report and recommendations on actions to follow to effectively deal with the worrying situation. And also, the defunct Social Democratic Party, SDP, Professor Yowuse Aga has urged separatist agitators to go about the agitations in a civilized manner to avoid bloodshed. In an interview with Vincent Kanu, the Professor Agia, a former senator who has served twice as minister and twice as ambassador, said that the 3 zones that have produced presidents should wait for the other 3 zones to have president. After that, he noted that the president should be chosen purely through popular contest, devoid of zoning. Many Nigerians have tried to go back in history to situate Nigerians' problems in the amalgamation of 1914. They say that Nigerians' amalgamation into one country should never be taking place because of our differences. These groups insist that the amalgamation's expiration date is over and is now the time for the dissolution of the federation. But I say these people are wrong. There is no manual for the formation of nations. Wars, accidents, imperialism, necessity, agreement, arbitrations, and consensus have all given birth to countries. Our nation was born from imperialism and it became a British colony after the Berlin Conference of 1884 to 1885. But we shook off the shackles of colonialism and emerged as an independent nation. The whole world still understanding that Nigeria would be a great nation and would wipe away the tears of all black people of the world by building a great democracy and a republic where justice and honor, peace and progress will be showcased. The reasons for the failure to attain greatness are that we have poor leaders and poor followers who have not been able to make nation building their number one priority. Our leaders have continued to wallow in ethnic racism and corruption. Ironically, it was based on Pan-African unity and nationalism, and our founding fathers got independence. But soon after independence, we have systematically destroyed every fabric of nation building through corruption and ethnic racism. The last 6 years have been the very worst in throwing up Nigeria's fault lines. The parties have failed to give leadership and they lack ideological commitment, purpose, or clarity. The weak institutions of states have been unable to defend democracy, and the Nigerian people have yet not resolved on national greatness. When we decide, nobody can stop us, the professor says. The professor also noted that the Nigerian elite must come together and overcome their apathy and decide to make Nigeria great through comprehensive restructuring of the federation, saying that we need more efficient and leaner federal, civil and public service, and that we need the states to be stronger and the federal government to divest itself